back in TMP Studios with your boy. Today we gonna get over some things about vocals, microphones, levels. You gotta figure it out, man. I'm just gonna let you know a lot of mistakes that I've made, and you know what got me to where I am here. First of all, we record a lot of vocals. A lot of people that find us on the internet, all they want to do is record you a track, and I'm quite sure a lot of you that clicked on this video want to do the same thing. So I'm glad you clicked in with me. Very first thing you need to do is understand where you are in your room. Are you in a very big room where you're going to end up getting a lot of reverb? You want to put some bass traps in a small room in the corner. You want to put bass traps in the corner. If you're in a very large room, you want to use some kind of panels or something you can put up to the walls to keep that sound from bouncing back to the microphone. So knowing where you are helps. That's the very first thing. Second, the position of your equipment in that room. You want to know where your microphone is in that room. You want to know where your monitors are in that room. But that sound stuff is deep, bro. You don't want it bouncing back into the microphone. So right now we're trying to record, and when I used to do one of the things I used to do was put my back against the wall and then walk out 2 or 3 steps, set the microphone right there, but it would be in a corner, and then talk into the most open space, and then put one of these things here behind the mic. So that'll keep shit from bouncing back, forth, this and that, other. You know what I'm saying? So that helps a lot. And that was the first thing I did, because first we had it facing the corner, and shit hit the wall and bounced right back into the mic. I'm like, man, why it sound like that? So that was one of the first mistakes I made. Now, to correct the mistake, we just turned that mic out the corner, talked to the open room, and boom, we got a clear vocal. Next thing we did was make sure the pop filter was in a good position. The pop filter should be 6 inches away from your microphone. Well, you might have a manual with your microphone. You might want to read. You might have a different specification for that microphone. But a lot of producers use the fist thing, and they put the fist there, or 4 inches, whatever. That don't really work with people who never been in the booth before. They walk right in the booth and they want to get right up on that mic. They want to get right up on that pop filter. And I watch people walk in my booth and just adjust it to how they want it. Hey bro, that's not your mic. You don't even know. So when they do that, I get up, I walk in there, I put it back and say don't touch it. You know what I'm saying? But I try to be polite about it. Like, hey man, I need that right there. Can you try to come back from the mic a little bit too? You know what I'm saying? Give me about 1 inch, or try not to touch it, because if you bump it, it's gonna vibrate into the microphone. And I just tell them little shit like this so they know. But very first thing you should do when somebody come start recording that you don't know is ask them, have they ever been in the booth before? But I'm quite sure a lot of you are recording with your friends and family, and these things are gonna be known already. The next thing you need to do is set up the position of the mic to the artist or the talent that's about to record, because that position is very important. Now this is a little exercise you can do to understand a lot of little silly fundamentals that people don't even think about. Like, the very first thing you should do is to put the mic level with their mouth. You know what I'm saying? Because naturally you're going to talk forward, and then your sound wave is going to be picked up forwardly. So that's the first thing you should do. But then you got to realize a lot of people write into their phone. So if you got some kind of phone stand that you set behind or in front or on a stand, you know what I'm saying, that's high enough where they can set it down and flick through it and still look straight, then that'll help out too. This is another tip that I'm about to put in the game for a lot of even professionals. I ain't gonna say that, because y'all know better. Just start talking and then move your head down like this. And when you're talking like this, it sounds a lot different from when you're talking like this, or even when you're talking like this. When you're talking like this is, so as a rule of thumb, I used to always put, like, because a lot of people, they don't know how to adjust the mic to their height. So I'll go in there and I'll raise that bitch up just a little bit, so whoever's in there tend to look up and talk into it. It opens this up and it sounds a lot better than somebody looking down at their phone and they're not even in line with the mic, they're looking down. So first thing you do is say, hey man, hold that phone up higher. So, and then get them to start talking. And just talk regular and look down like this, and talk regular and look up like this. It changes. So just get them to try to hold their phone up like this while they're recording, because a lot of people do not do that, and everybody should. And that's one of the big tips, you know what I'm saying, that I give people, and it helps me out, you know what I'm saying. It helps with my vocals. Now that's just positioning. You want the mic in front of them. It helps me to get that up. Sometimes I move the pop filter back to 6 inches, so even if they try to get right up on that pop filter, it's still away, far enough away. After that, it's time for levels, man. It's time to get your levels right. So you want your talent or your artist to get in that booth and perform normally. You don't want to do a mic check like mic check 1, mic check 2, because you're not going to perform like that. You want to do a real mic check. You want to do a real instance. Get them going, get them rapping, get them getting comfortable, and then the loudest they get should be -6 decibels, and that's it. That's it. And you want to keep them between -12 and -6. You know what I'm saying? Because once you got them right there, they'll sound pretty good. If you get it too high, if you're looking at the meter and it turns red every time, you're gonna get a little distortion, and that's gonna be impossible to correct. And with that distortion, with that peaking, you got a bad tape. You gotta stop, redo it all, do it over again. If you put it too low, you know what I'm saying, with a local, they might sound smooth for you, but that can affect a lot of shit. Because if you gotta boost those vocals to get a good range, you're gonna boost all the ambient noise in the room. Will you turn that down? What is you even doing here?
I work here.
Oh, yeah,
I'm you.
That brings me to my next point. Like, I can just gate him out.
Oops.
Gate him out. You can use that in your situation. You want to go into whatever DAW you're using and open up one of your plugins, and that's a gate. And like, I might do it before a vocal. I'll turn it all the way, and I like put my phone about 12 feet away from the mic and play a song like in the next room or something, and turn my volume up all the way, and then use the gate to where I can't hear it. Turn my microphone up, turn my headphones up, and I'll gate it till I can't hear it, and then I'll put that on the channel I'm recording on. So, but if you use it too high, then it's gonna take out the low or the quieter parts of the voice. Or you can do it in post. You can do it after they record, and you can see in the wave where it's a little noise, where a rapper or the artist or the singer or the talent isn't saying anything. You want to gate that out. So that's in editing. That's a whole nother video, but it is a tip you can use, because I can just gate that guy out. Which brings me back to that mic check. When you're doing your mic check, you can do the gating in there. You will hear it when it start clipping, when you know, between breaths, you know what I'm saying? You will hear it. So gating is another thing I'm gonna have to show you that in the program. So that's it. You should get great vocals if you got the levels right, you got the microphone in a good position in the room, and you evaluated that room and made sure you're not getting any feedback into that microphone. That is the basics. If you messing up that, then you have to fix it in editing, which is mixing, and that is a whole nother video. So good looking out. Thanks for clicking in with your boy, and make sure you click in often. TMP out.